They depend on that machine to stay afloat. But how may a road construction problem park their efforts? I'm Rafael Sanchez. We'll take you on a cruise of this problem on Call 6.
Well, one Indianapolis neighborhood is very protective when it comes to its lake.
Yeah, the group is worried about the future of its aquatic centerpiece as development keeps coming up and up. Call 6 reporter Rafael Sanchez reports on their water woes with a vacuum cleaner.
Well, imagine having something like a vacuum cleaner in your lake. Not a good thing, electricity in a vacuum cleaner, but in this case, it is a good thing to have something like this in the lake. People who live around the Indian Lake subdivision spend their own money to maintain their lake. They called 6 concerned about the impact of a state project. The state says they have nothing to worry about.
If this lake weren't here, this would just be another neighborhood.
At Indian Lake, people can enjoy the water and the wildlife.
People fish, they kayak.
110 homes surround the lake on the north side of Indianapolis. Their #1 enemy is silt. To deal with that, homeowners invested in a $250,000 dredging machine to keep the dirt from building up and filling in their lake.
It's a vacuum cleaner that vacuums the sediment off the bottom of the lake, and it pumps it through a pipe to a spoils area outside the lake.
Around the lake, the neighborhood works with developers in minimizing soil erosion as new homes are built. The homeowners group, though, says the state's Pendleton Pike road project has not done enough to control erosion.
We don't expect miracles, but we do expect quite a bit more than they're providing right now.
Call 6 met with the state's construction engineer on the project. He says the state has installed a number of features to protect Indian Lake, and he says there are more plans to add more rocks and vegetation before the project is complete.
We do want to keep things like ponds from silting in, and with fish spawning, that has an effect on that too. So we try to do these protective measures to keep from harming the environment.
Surrender would mean giving up what we have here, which you can't get anywhere else. It means giving up, it means letting the lake fill in and turn into a swamp. It means giving up the identity of this neighborhood, and so we can't do that.
Quite a view on that cruise. Now, last Friday, Call 6 was able to get the Neighborhood Association to connect with the person responsible for the project to discuss any other options to minimize soil erosion. The overall Pendleton Pike project cost about $19 million, of which about $90,000 plus $200 was spent on erosion prevention. That's $200 more than budgeted. Both sides will now meet, and hopefully we'll have an update as to how they plan to work on these options.
Yeah, sensitive subject. People very protective of their environment. All right, thanks, Rafael.